Beautiful people, welcome back to another video. For those new here, Pete, some call me Pilot Pete. I'm a Boeing 767 airline pilot, and I am so stoked. I had to jump on here before the trip even starts to show you guys the trip I just got. I'm over the moon. It'll be my first time going to 2 out of the 3 cities. It's international, and for those who were saying Puerto Rico is not international, this one's real international. Take a look at how my schedule just changed. Very, very excited for this upcoming trip. All right, here's my month of February, how it was scheduled out. I was able to swap into this trip that just popped in to open time. Where's the refresh? And take a look at this new trip instead of these two. They were actually decent trips. It's an orange trip, which signifies a double deadhead, which is my personal favorite, being a commuter. And I'll break down the trip here in just a second, but I got layovers. The trip starts out of Charles de Gaulle. That's Paris. Been there a few times, but who wouldn't want to go say hello, bonjour to Paris? And then 2 cities I've never flown to, never been to in my life. We got Dubai coming up. Short layover there, only like 26 hours, but you know we're gonna take full advantage of that. And then I fly Dubai to Liège, Belgium, but they actually have us laying over in Brussels. Never been to Belgium, and then it finishes with a back-end deadhead. So I could not be more excited for this trip that starts here in a couple days. So here's the trip breakdown. It starts with a deadhead from my base, Memphis to Atlanta. Then they have us laying over there in Atlanta for 21 hours, as you can see right there. And then they have us deadheading from Atlanta to Charles de Gaulle on Air France. I canceled that entire segment because I don't need to be in Memphis. I don't need to be in Atlanta. I can get an easy flight from Newark or JFK direct to Charles de Gaulle. And then from there, the flying starts. I'm gonna be operating Charles de Gaulle, Paris to DWC, which is Dubai. And then I have a 24-hour layover in Dubai. Long flight though, it's a 7-hour flight. That'll be my longest flight with just a 2-man crew that I've ever operated on the 767. After that 24-hour layover, we go Dubai to Liège, Belgium. And what they do is they get us a car transportation right to Brussels. We lay over in Brussels for 31 hours and then a deadhead on United to Chicago, lay over in Chicago for 19 hours, and then eventually Chicago back to Memphis. The trip pays a total of 44 hours, as you can see down there. The actual flying time, we'll round it up, we'll call it 15 hours. And then this is the deadhead money that it costs them to get me there. So since I won't be going to Memphis to get the deadhead and won't be going back into Memphis, I canceled both those tickets. I have $9,254 to work with to get myself to and from Paris and Belgium. So hopefully you can understand why I'm excited. Never been to Belgium, never been to Dubai. I've been to Paris a few times, but like I said, it's Europe, and I'm super excited that I was able to snag this trip. PD Lay Flats is back. If you've been following from back in the day when I was getting a lot of deadheads to and from international and coast to coast, anything over a 5-hour deadhead, especially international, they have to put us first class. That's why that ticket fare is so much money. So with the $9,200 I have to work with, I already booked myself first class. I'm taking Newark direct to Charles de Gaulle tomorrow. So today is Sunday, and then I'm actually going 2 days earlier than I have to go. And that's because if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen it, but Sonia, my girlfriend, is gonna join me we're gonna turn my 23-hour layover in Paris into like a 50-hour layover before I actually start the trip. She's never been there. We looked at the ticket prices, they're not too bad. So yeah, she was able to book her return flight with her points. For Valentine's Day, I booked her flight to get to Paris tomorrow. And we're just both over the moon, ecstatic. Can't wait for this trip to start. But figure I'd show you guys this. And tomorrow we'll start the adventure of flying first class over to Paris. So as always, if you want to come along for the ride, I'll see you guys tomorrow. And next stop will be Paris. All right, we just got picked up for our big trip.
Oui, oui.
I'm excited.
So excited.
So we're heading to Newark now together, and then we'll fly to Paris together. And then you'll be leaving me when I head out to Dubai, and then ultimately to Brussels. But super excited that Sonia can join me. I hope she's excited for her early Valentine's Day trip and
the best
present.
Valentine's Day present ever.
See you guys at the airport. All right, we made it to Newark Airport. Next stop, Paris.
Oui, oui.
We're taking the 777 non-stop to service.
Look how pretty that sunset is.
You excited?
So excited.
So it'll be her first time, my 5th or 6th time there.
Show off.
And then we basically got to hit the ground running though when we land. 47 hours to explore and check it out. So let's go to Paris. All right, we made it on board. We're flying Polaris non-stop service to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. We had a little mix up with the seats, but we got it all figured out. So for the next 7 hours, I'll be PD lay flats, enjoying my champagne, and I got the short rib for dinner. So watch a movie, go to bed, and I'll see you in Paris shortly. We made it. We're here. Well, technically now, I haven't cleared customs yet.
Uh-oh.
So we're in no man's land. Hopefully you can bring your passport.
I have it with me.
How was the flight?
Smooth, easy, amazing.
Getting sleep?
No. So today should be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day, but that's the negative going to USA to Europe is it's always the red eye leaving at night. Don't get any sleep, but
It's okay. It's for fun.
we'll make the best of it. Bonjour!
Bonjour.
We made it.
Je m'appelle Sonia.
Je m'appelle Pierre. We made it to Paris. Jet lag definitely kicked our butts though.
Definitely.
Because we got to our hotel around like 9 a.m. local. It's currently
3 p.m.
3:16 p.m. So we slept, we got up, we had a little food, could barely eat it because our bodies were like, what the heck's going on? But we're here, excited to be here, excited to check out the sights. We're heading to the Eiffel Tower to start off our trip. We're gonna take the subway there, our favorite public transportation, and we'll be on our way. All right, folks, we're here. We're officially here.
Paris.
Whee!
Yay.
Very cool. It's like I said, I've been here a few times, but every time I see it, I think it's pretty spectacular. I know people disagree and think it's ugly, but I think the Eiffel Tower is cool.
We saw an engagement
Yep.
at Pride.
Yep, they're right. Someone got down on one knee, pretty much right behind. We were probably in their photos, honestly.
Definitely in there. We probably ruined their photos.
So we say congratulations to them. And now we're gonna walk up, whatever that part is. There's good pictures up there. So we'll walk that way. And then there's some leftovers of the Olympics. You can see like the Olympic rings there in the background. But Sonia, what do you think of the Eiffel Tower your first time?
I think it's so cool. I was nervous because everyone said online, oh, you show up and you're like, oh, it's whatever. No. I teared up, I think, at it. It's beautiful. It's so cool. I sound like such a tourist. Oh my goodness.
We made it to the next attraction. The Louvre. The Louvre is on fire. Sonia's not a big museum person though, so we probably won't go in. Yeah. I didn't say, but I've been. I've seen the Mona Lisa, but we'll do the infamous finger on top of the Louvre photo. So we just finished at the Louvre. We're trying to go see Notre Dame. And they decided that Pilot Pete was in town, so they're throwing a parade. All for me. Maybe they're moving the Mona Lisa. Here along the Seine River, you got Notre Dame right over there, about to go check out. Just walked along all the stores, and then we found this little lock. S&P? I think it means the S&P 500.
What's that?
Stock market.
No, it's us.
Next is the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Notre Dame Cathedral. I know it burnt down a couple years ago. I have not been in it ever, but we're going to check it out. Free entry. Can't say no to that. All right, this is my favorite restaurant in Paris. I've probably been 2 or 3 times since being here. Robert et Louis Steakhouse. It's like this little hole-in-the-wall steakhouse, but it's excellent. Best steaks that I've ever found in Paris. Let's go eat. Dinner is served. We went with the duck and the ribeye for 2. Everyone's looking at us. So there's the duck. There's the ribeye for 2. That's a lot of meat. Thank you. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
My favorite steakhouse in Paris. Bon appetito. All right, I'm officially in a food coma, because I just had 1,800 calories, pieces, pounds of meat because someone didn't eat any of it. Sonia, what was your rating of Robert et Louis?
Only because it's Peter's favorite restaurant, I'll give it a 1 out of 10. But if he doesn't have so much love for it,
All right,
I
folks,
would give it a 0.
Enough. With all due respect, enough.
No flavor.
Sonia doesn't like steak medium rare. And
It was mooing. It wasn't even medium rare.
It was medium rare. It was fantastic. I'm telling you, if you're looking for a good steak in Paris, place is phenomenal. I probably ate there like every time I've been here. I think I've gone at least once. Old school. You guys kind of see the vibe as I was walking in there. Sonia's, don't get the duck. The duck wasn't very good. I'll give her that. But otherwise, it was fantastic.
Now we're going to another place where I can finally eat.
We're going to get crepes because I'll have a dessert one and she'll maybe have a dinner one with spinach and eggs or whatever. So, unbelievable. Now, what's a day finished in Paris without crepes? Sonia went with the apple and caramel with a la carte ice cream.
Yes.
And then I did the Nutella with strawberries. How is it, since I haven't been able to try mine yet?
I'm almost done with mine. Incredible.
Good morning, beautiful people. Day 2 in Paris. It is currently 5:43 a.m. Couldn't really sleep that great. Plus, my alarm for tomorrow is at 2 a.m. local. So I am here at the gym. As you already know, it's not negotiable. Actually, a pretty nice gym. They got like a little area for sled pushing, some cardio equipment, and then in here some stretching and some other equipment. You take some classes actually. They usually throw up some classes to do. And then in here is the strength training portion. We got a full bench, some dumbbells, machines. So not too shabby, little boxing thing right there. So overall not too bad of a gym, but Sonia's still in bed. Like I said, I couldn't really sleep great, so figured I'd get up early now for kind of exhaust myself for today. But we got our last full day before we head to Dubai tomorrow, so super stoked about that. Gonna do a couple miles on the treadmill and then a light lift, and then we'll wake her up and get breakfast. So let's go enjoy our last day here in Paris. Just finished our workout, did a nice little cardio and chest session. Went downstairs, got some protein drink. I don't know, it's pretty good. Sonia's just waking up. Say good morning, Sonia.
Morning.
And I almost forgot, but Sonia helped remind me. I don't fly that often, forgot to select my international catering. So I'm looking right now. I get to pick 2 meals. I got Paris to Dubai tomorrow. The options are tuna sandwiches, continental breakfast, smoked salmon on a French baguette. Look at these options, folks. Stuffed crepes. Ooh, babe, I think I'm about to go with stuffed crepes. What do you think? Omelet with spinach. The crepes are ham and cheese, sausage, broccoli.
Do it.
Cobb salad. Ooh, babe. And a hot dinner. It's a 7-hour flight, folks. They're letting us eat. They're letting us eat. And it only gets better. We got grilled scallops, beef burgundy, whatever that is, penne pasta with mushroom, pork tenderloin, Mongolian beef. Let's go. Sonia finally woke up, so we came out to breakfast. We're at Cafe Bohemian, kind of near our hotel. And since I got my workout in, we're doing extra food acai bowl with peanut butter, banana bread, pancakes, and bacon, egg, and cheese. Let's eat. First stop on today's tour, we're at Arc de Triomphe. Dun dun dun! The big roundabout. I think the Tour de France ends here as well. What do you think about the big arc?
It's big.
All right, we just finished lunch. Now we're at Maison Lavard for the famous croissant cookie. Well,
That's
something like that.
It's this one.
Well, we're going to the next one for the famous croissant cookie. Sonia found it on TikTok. It looks delicious. So, more desserts and sweets for us. There it is, the famous cookie. All right, we got the famous cookie. How is it, Sonia?
Very good.
Definitely not bad. Croissant cookie. Who would have thought? We walked off our, what is it called? Our cookie. And now we're heading to Les Catacombs de Paris. This is where there's like a bunch of 6 million dead people. So hopefully it's not spooky. But we're heading there now. Hopefully it's worth the price of admission. We're in the catacombs. I don't think they were built for 6'4" people. But it's cool, they gave you this little thing so you can listen to what's going on. Here we go. Not gonna lie, that was pretty wild.
Spooky.
Crazy how many bones and people are down there. It's pretty eerie. It's fascinating to just let you walk through it. So far underground. Definitely worth the visit though. I tried to go last time I was here, but they were sold out, the tours or the entrance availabilities. Would you recommend it?
Yeah, it's definitely cool. If you are claustrophobic though, do not go.
Yeah, I was like hunched over pretty much like 75% of the walk through the
No
catacombs.
exits for a couple of, I would say maybe like, there was no exit within a mile of where you were.
Yeah, especially with the ceiling height. So if you're, I would say if you're like over 6'1", you're gonna have issues. So, but overall good. And then it's currently 5:43. We're going to get pizza for my last meal in Paris. So I gotta get to bed early. Like I said, I got a 1:45 a.m. wake up for my 2 a.m. ride to the Charles de Gaulle airport for my 7-hour flight to Dubai. So Paris was great. Last meal and then bedtime. All right, for our final meal in Paris together. Cheers. Go with 2 pizzas, margarita, spicy chorizo.
Ooh.
And we're doing dining in. I know it's not how you usually envision Paris. But like I said, I'm hurting for a nap, bedtime, because I got a super early wake up. And tomorrow is gonna be a long day. But babe, cheers to a great trip.
Cheers.
I hope you had much fun as I did.
Thanks for bringing me.
All right, good morning, beautiful people from Paris. Our last day was a great one, great trip. Just said goodbye to Sonia. She's gonna miss me. We said our goodbyes, and then now I'm headed downstairs for the car ride to Charles de Gaulle for my first and only 2 legs this entire trip. We're going Paris to Dubai. My first time ever flying this route, ever flying to Asia. The flight plan's not out yet. It's currently 2:32 a.m. local. Our departure's not until 4:50 a.m. So usually the flight plan comes out like an hour before departure. So yeah, let's go fly to Dubai. So excited. Beautiful people on the ramp in Paris, Charles de Gaulle, or should I say bonjour. We're here, we made it. Layover in Paris was great. Just pre-flight the 767, 3:57 a.m. Got just under an hour before we go to Dubai. It's gonna be my leg. I don't think I've been this excited to fly in a long time. Just super cool for me, at least, you know, to be flying these exotic locations, to places I've never been. You know, just things you dream about when you're in flight training and going to different cities and traveling the world. It's kind of like, I don't want to say full circle, but kind of like I said, everything I've always wanted. So really excited. Like I said, it's gonna be my leg. First time ever flying to Asia. The route, as you can see, I'll do a brief debrief when we land in Dubai and show you guys, but all those no-fly zones and all the wars going on, the conflict areas, there's GPS jamming that we got to worry about. It's a good thing this vlog is coming out after the fact, because SJ was really nervous about me flying over these areas. But no, I'm excited. I'm super excited. 7 hours en route will be the longest flight that I've only done with only 2 pilots on board. I've done, you know, 13-hour flights, but we had 3 people on board. So anyway, yeah, just super excited. Excited to go to Dubai, excited to fly this route, excited to try the different airspace and see what it's all about. It'll be my first time doing it, good experience. So 7 hours, next stop is Dubai. Let's go do it. We made it, folks, to Dubai. Today was one of the cooler work experiences I've personally ever had. Just the fact that I got to fly over Africa, into Asia, over the Middle East, from Europe. I don't know why. It brought a big smile to my face. I don't think I've ever looked out the window so much. I was like a little kid at the candy store. I haven't had this much joy, and you guys know how much I love my job if you watch these vlogs. But I haven't had this much fun or this much enjoyment or this much excitement in a really long time. So it was really, really cool to do. My first time, obviously, I keep saying it, and just an overall sweet experience. I just can't believe I don't know where to start. I don't know if I should start with the flight, show you guys this insane room that I'm in. And I just can't wait to explore. Even though I only have 24 hours here, I'm gonna hit the ground running here in Dubai. But awesome. I'll show you guys the flight and kind of show you what I was kind of seeing throughout, and then I'll show you this insane room because it's wild. So here is our flight plan to leaving Charles de Gaulle on our way to Dubai. Overall view, a lot of no-fly zones. So as you know, a lot of stuff going on in the world. We got Sudan, the middle, Ukraine, Russia, Israel, a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, pretty crazy. Just the whole hey, absolutely no entry into here. So that's why our flight plan takes us down here, going over Africa. Egypt was right over here. Cairo was pretty freaking cool. And then into Saudi Arabia for Dubai. So I was just kind of messing around on my chart. The other no-fly zone, you could guess what that is. That's North Korea. So, but yeah, traveled a long way. 7 hours, had a tailwind, but we cost index 0, so we were flying pretty slow, point Mach 7.8 on our way to Dubai. Pretty good leaving here. A little bit of weather. It was my leg. We took off of runway 9 right. Feels like forever ago in Paris. So the way things work there, it's kind of, I don't want to say confusing, but just different ways and different procedures than it is in the U.S. So we pushed back out of this gate, taxied. It was nighttime. It was it wasn't drizzling. It was wet though. So we used wet runway numbers for our performance and engine anti-ice on for our departure. And then I turned the autopilot on pretty early, like 1,500 feet. Here was our SID. Again, it just looks a little bit different than anything in the U.S. They have all these different SID numbers and stuff. It can get kind of confusing, but the captain and I, we got it to work. We made it work. And like I said, it was pretty quiet. So they climbed us up pretty quickly and then flew over all these different countries. Half of them, I have no idea what they even are. I know that's Italy. Couldn't see anything though. It was dark for the first 2 hours of the flight, but since we're flying east, the sun came up pretty much right over Greece. But it was cloudy, so couldn't really see anything down there. And then over the water, like I said, entering over Africa. I don't know why, but it just gave me a huge smile on my face. I think because it's just a foreign place for me. I've never been there. Definitely will visit one day. But yeah, just flying over this massive continent. I mean, it's all desert until you get to the Nile. We couldn't see the pyramids. The captain said once or twice he has been able to see them, depending on the route. But for us, we were a little bit south of Cairo, so we're unable to see them. But just really cool to fly over Africa. Like I said, my head was out the window the entire time, just staring at all the different little things and rocks. And as you guys can see on the flight there, different mountains and just views. It was just really, really cool. So then after Cairo, just kept heading east. Like I said, we have to stay south of all the conflict areas. And then once we pass over, I guess this is the big sea. I forget the name of it. Sea of Gallet or something like that. That's where there's a lot of pirates and all that stuff you see on TikTok and the news. Right down here, because all the ships pass through to not have to fly around the southern tip of Africa. So all the ships come through here. And I guess that's another very bad conflict zone between these two countries. But anyway, yeah, flew Saudi Arabia. Pretty good English for the most part. Sometimes the radio transmissions just aren't great because I think the technology in some of the countries aren't that good. But then we got a descend. And the coolest part was we came through some clouds right over here, and then you popped out like 10,000 feet, and that's when I saw all of like downtown Dubai and all the tall buildings. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the building names, but like everything I've seen, you know, in the TV and social media and stuff like that, and YouTube. Palm Island flew kind of like right over there. They vectored us for the base to or downwind base, and then final for runway 12 at Dubai airport. This is like the old one, I guess. So it's a lot of cargo airplanes. I've never seen so many A380s and 747s and 777s parked. But there were a few passenger airlines because we've cleared customs. There were a few people there. So 7-hour flight in the book, passed through customs, got an airport stamp, and they hook you up with a free SIM card. Who knew? So it's pretty cool. 10 free gigabytes. We'll definitely be using this. And yeah, I'm ecstatic. Like I said, I'm just so happy to be here. So cool. I'm gonna stop blabbering about the flight. I'm gonna show you guys the room before I head out. This place is insane. All right, I lied. Not gonna show you the room. Not leaving a cliffhanger, I swear. Just the vlog itself is just getting way too long for me to just even upload the files and create it. So gonna end it here. As always, I hope you enjoyed coming along for the ride. Deadhead to Paris first class. Couple days in Paris with Sonia. Couldn't have been a better trip. And then one of the best flights I've ever had. Paris to Dubai, just so cool. A lot of no-fly zones had to go through, and we made it successfully. It's my landing. I realized I didn't give a grade. I clicked the autopilot off around like 500 feet. Auto throttle is about 200 feet. I was starstruck by all the A380s and the 777s and the 747s, and just the desert in general. But I think I did pretty well. I'm gonna go with a 9.3 out of 10 landing here in Dubai. And I cannot wait to go explore it. So I'm gonna do that. What you're gonna have to do if you want to see next week's vlog will be my Dubai layover, my flight from Dubai to Belgium, Liège, and then my layover in Brussels, and eventually my deadhead home. I haven't booked that yet, but yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Comments, questions below, like, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. DM me on Instagram, pilotpete.fly. Just make sure you follow me first so I can see the comments first. I'm telling you, I know a lot of my audience is aspiring pilots. I know some people are just here because they love aviation. And then there's some people here who just want to support me, which I also am very grateful for. But travel, people, fly, go chase that dream job. I'm telling you, today like lighted a spark in me. Like I'm just so grateful, so happy that I get paid to do this. It's incredible. So till next time, I'll see you on the next one. We'll be starting off in Dubai, so I hope you come back to check that all out. See ya.